Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. It is Sunday today when I'm filming this, and I'm going to do my summary of week 16 in lockdown. Hello, how are you? I hope you're really well. I haven't really got much to tell you about this week, except I went into the office, and I'll tell you about that. But in the last few days I haven't been feeling very well, and it did cross my mind that maybe from going into the office I caught something, but I literally wasn't close to anyone, so I don't think that's the case. But the last few days, like, I've had a migraine and had a really sore throat as well, and I lost my voice for a bit. But I have also been singing a lot in the last few weeks, and I keep getting like a little bit of a sore throat, and this just was like a lot worse. So I think it might be because of me singing a lot. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit better today. I just have like a tiny little headache today, and have just been like quite tired and a bit lethargic. So I made sure I got out today to kind of get some fresh air and stuff. Yeah, so hi. Let me tell you about the office. So I haven't been in the office since God knows. The week before lockdown started, I worked from home that week before, except on the Monday I went to a school and then came home. But people were starting to get a bit nervous about coronavirus by then, and so I was like, I'm not going into the office. And then I changed some of my appointments and just said, like, I don't, you know, we shouldn't really be getting close because we feel like schools are going to close anyway. So I haven't been to the office since probably like the middle of March, or maybe even the beginning of March, because I would only really go in like once a week. So maybe like the beginning or middle of March. And our office closed technically, but it's council offices, so people still had to go in, like people who worked in IT and stuff. So people who had to be there were allowed in there, and then they started opening it up a little bit more. But you have to, if you want to go into my office, you have to tell this woman, I don't even know what her job role is, but she's kind of in charge of a lot of stuff. Tell her which day you want to go in, and then she allocates you a desk for the whole day. And so the desks around it, they've put like the office chairs on their side, so you know, like, not to use that desk. You can use one in the square of 4. Yeah, so I told her which day I wanted to go in. I had to go in, by the way, because we had to get this update on our laptops. But the update is silly. You don't know when it's going to happen, and it can take up to 6 hours. So you have to leave your laptop plugged into the system for at least 6 hours. So that was fun. But I told her which day I was coming in and where I normally work, and she was like, okay, I've got you a seat like where you normally work, which was good. So you walk in and then you have to sign in, but we've never had to sign in before, which I think is a bit silly in case there's a fire. But hey, you sign in and there's like hand sanitizer there, then up the stairs they're one way, and then we had to use the fire exit stairs to go downstairs, which I've never used before. And the toilets as well. Our toilets on each floor have like 3 cubicles in, but what they have done now is, before you actually go into the toilet, on that door you can slide whether they're vacant or engaged, and only one person's allowed in the toilets at all at a time. So you kind of go up and then you see whether it's vacant or engaged or not, and then there's hand sanitizer outside there as well. And yeah, it was really quiet, but it was quite nice, to be fair. I do like being in the office in general anyway, even though I kind of like, I get a bit like, oh, the office, but it does keep you a bit more focused and help you get a bit more work done because everyone else there is working. If I was going there with like my work colleagues, then we probably would get less work done. But being at home, I like working at home a bit. I prefer being with people. but it's quite chilled, but then I don't put any pressure on myself, so I know that I achieve a lot more when I've got the time schedules of I have to be at this school for a certain time, and then I have the meeting in the office at this time, so I've got an hour there in the office that I can get this work done, and then I've got the meeting, and then after the meeting I can finish this bit and then I can go home. Whereas when I'm at home it's just like I'll do it when I want. when's it due in? Okay, I'll do it an hour before then. So yeah, but it was quite nice to go into the office and then had a walk around like the town area of where my office is. And I went into Costa, and I love Costa in general anyway, because I used to work in Costa and I just love Costa. But I really like the people who work in that Costa by my offices. And they said that they've been extremely quiet, but from Tuesday they're opening up their tables inside, and they were like, so that might get us some more business, because people like come out and go into a few shops, and what people want is to sit down and have their lunch or sit down and have a coffee, but obviously you can't do that. But yeah, I really like the people who work in my Costa. They're very nice. So I miss being in the office and then saying to people, you want to go out for coffee? Do you want to go out for lunch together? And obviously we can't do that at the moment, but yeah, we've still been told don't go to the office unless you need to. And we've been talking about from September, what's it going to look like? What's our work life going to look like? We think that, because I've got the summer holidays off, I've got one more week. This goes up on Monday and that's my last week of work, and then it's summer holidays. So I wonder what the world will be like in September when we come back to work. I don't know. I think still we'll be working from home a lot, and not like rushing into things, but I think different schools are going to be comfortable with different things. Some schools will want no visitors, some schools will still probably want to see us face to face. Some families might not be comfortable with us being close to the child that we're seeing. I don't know. So I don't know, but there is guidance somewhere about if you're someone who goes to multiple bubbles, which is what we do, you can only visit one bubble a day, so it's to like give you time to like be home and get changed and shower and stuff. But I still feel like I wouldn't plan to meet people every day, because I feel like that's just a bit too much. But we'll see what happens in September and what life is like then. So yeah, all of this week I've still been obsessed with Hamilton the musical. I have watched it quite a lot. I've watched it pretty much every day, except I didn't watch it yesterday. So I've watched it like 6 times in a week. That's a lot, isn't it? And I've been listening to the music a lot as well. I've just really been loving it. I'm obviously not going to put any spoilers out there, but if you haven't seen Hamilton and you like musicals, give it a watch. And if you're wary about watching it, because I'd heard it's a rap musical by Alexander Hamilton, and I was like, this doesn't really interest me. And then I watched it and I was like, oh okay, yeah, I really like it. My dad came over on Monday, I think, to help me put some shelves up in my bathroom. Help me, as in he did it. And I just stood there going, yeah, cool, thanks Dad. My dad's very helpful. He came up to put some shelves up, and then I said, Dad, look, I've got Hamilton on in the background, let me just show you this scene. And I showed him the song Helpless and the song Satisfied, and he cried. Of course, I mean, I cried too when I first watched it, and actually when I listened to Satisfied, the song, I still cry now. But my dad's like quite soppy as well, like I am, and he really liked it. And then I showed him some other bits. I showed him Thomas Jefferson's song, and I showed him the Speaker and the King, and my dad was like, I think I might actually like go and watch this on Disney Plus at home. So I wonder if he has, but my dad liked it, so you know, if you like something you got to share the love, haven't you? Speaking of my dad, I've just remembered, so I've been feeling quite stressed about work stuff this week. Then I started feeling poorly. So Thursday and Friday I like wore like no makeup, and I was like, I'm just not really feeling it. And then on Friday, I think, or Thursday, I can't remember now. On Thursday night, my electric went, like all the electricity went, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? Except like my lights were fine. And I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do here. And I checked the fuse box, and one of them was down, but it said like residual something, I don't really know. So it didn't say like a room or anything, and I was a bit confused. So I phoned my dad, and he was like, something has obviously just like tripped the switch, turn it back up, tell me if things go back on, and they did. And he was like, there might be something faulty like going on in your flat. And I was like, okay. He was like, just keep an eye out, think about what you had on when it tripped, and then, you know, have a think. And then on Friday I decided to bake some cookies, and I preheated the oven, and then I opened the oven and I was like, no heat has come out of the oven. And then I put my hand in the oven and it was just cold. So a heating element has gone in the oven. And I phoned my dad like, oh my god. And he said it's fine, because my cooker was on when the electric went, but like my dinner had just finished cooking, thank goodness. And he said obviously then the heating element broke, and then it did what it's supposed to do, and it tripped the switch, because you shouldn't be using things that are broken and risk of other things happening. And I was like, okay. So dad like was just telling me like, does the hob work? Yes it does. Does the grill work? Yes. So it's just the oven, okay. He's like, get the manual out, okay, right, take a picture of this, show me where it says the wattage, and he's ordered me a new heating element, and we'll see if it works and if it fits and stuff. But I'm just feeling very thankful for my dad this week. He's a handy man to know. So it's not really been the best week ever. Luckily though, so I had like made all my cookie dough, but my microwave is a microwave oven. And the only reason it's one of them is because when I lived in my old flat, which was above my aunt's pub, she didn't have an oven. So instead of buying just a microwave, I bought a microwave that was an oven as well. And then my aunt bought me like 2 electric plug-in like hob plate things that you can put your pans on. And so I was using that, but it's quite big. And recently, in the last couple of months, I've been thinking I'd like to downsize to just a normal microwave rather than like this microwave oven. But it's a good job I didn't change it, hey. And that's my update for this week, week 16. I feel like I got through that quite quickly. But yeah, hope you're all okay. Hope you've had a good week. I was going to say hope you've had a good work. I hope you've had a good week. Let me know down below how your week has been. Are you planning on going to the salon to get your nails done or anything like that? Do you know what though? This week it did come out, didn't it? Harry Redknapp shared a picture of him at the barber's, and in the background there's a barber with no mask on threading the eyebrows of a man who has no mask on. And it just went round, and lots of people were saying like, how is it okay? How are women not allowed to go and get their eyebrows done when they would wear a mask? Because you can easily wear a mask when you get your eyebrows done. But then there's a man in that picture who's getting his eyebrows done. So can women just go to the barbers and do it, get it done? Do you know what I mean? Were the men supposed to be doing that man's eyebrows? Who knows? They definitely should have been wearing a mask though, and visors and stuff, but yeah, so that is a bit contradictory, shall we say. So I wonder if they will get fined or anything. I would hope so. But yeah, because it's not fair to say that women can't get their eyebrows done, but then men get their eyebrows done in the barbers. Because then why can't women get them done? I don't think the men were supposed to be having that. I don't think the man was supposed to be having his eyebrows done. And if the government let it slide, then that's a bit bad, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, I've been thoroughly enjoying fighting for, you know, what's right and what's not right. I'm not even someone who gets her eyebrows done. Don't get my eyebrows done, don't get my nails done, I don't get facials or threading or face wax or dermaplaning or anything like that. I don't get anything done, so it really doesn't affect me. But I do see where people are coming from. Right, I'm gonna go now. I hope you're all okay. I'm probably just gonna go and I'll film another video and then just probably listen to the Hamilton soundtrack again. Oh my god, I'm so sad. I don't even care. Does anyone else like musicals? Let me know if you like musicals and what your favourite musical is. I get like this. I just find like a new musical that I really love. Like I went through it with Les Mis, then Heathers, then Waitress, and now it's Hamilton. It was Six for a little bit actually, but I don't feel like I had my full moment with Six. And now it's Hamilton. What's it going to be next? I don't know. I feel like I'm getting this long list as well of musicals that I really want to see. Yeah, I had tickets to Cinderella, the musical, which had Carrie Hope Fletcher in, who I love so much. I love her. And it's been pushed back now, so I think it was in November and now it's going to be sometime in like April or May. We have to wait and hear from the theatre which day they've given us, and obviously we can change it, but that's been pushed back, which makes me a little bit nervous about what is life going to be like in November and December. I really hope that we're allowed to be close to people at Christmas. I keep worrying about Christmas. Right, I'm gonna go now. I hope you're all okay. I feel like I kind of got through this quite quickly actually. Normally I have to restart the camera, but it hasn't stopped yet, so that's good. I hope you're all okay, and I will see you in my next video. Love you lots. Goodbye.